In the shadow of Ben Mail, where the mountains crouch like ancient beasts and the wind tastes of iron, there lies a small, black lake. No birds skim its surface. No fish ripple its skin. It is known simply as Black Tarn, and the old folk will not speak of it unless winter is deep and the fire is high. For Black Tarn is a place where the earth's heart beats wrong. Long before the clans carved their names into stone, the land around the Tarn was home to a village called Erdhallow. It was a harsh place, carved out of wind and hunger, and its people learned early that the mountain fed only those who respected it. But some hungers are older than mountains. One autumn, the cattle began disappearing, first one, then three, then whole herds taken in a single night. No tracks, no blood, only a trail of wet moss leading toward the Tarn, dripping as though something had risen up from the depths to feed. The elders warned the people to stay away, but warnings never stopped the desperate. Young Fionn MacRory was the first to see it. He was supposed to be collecting peat, but the day was unnaturally still, and the Tarn drew his gaze as if whispering his name. The water bulged, not like something breaking the surface, but as though the lake itself inhaled. Then he saw eyes beneath the surface, pale and lidless, drifting slowly upward like two moons rising in the deep. A long shape followed, boneless, slick, the color of old bruises, before it sank again with the sound of distant thunder. Fionn ran, but he did not run fast enough to leave the whisper behind. Hungry. More livestock vanished. Then a shepherd. Then a child. The people gathered in the night, terrified, staring at the Tarn as if expecting it to rise up on legs made of black water and peat. Old Mairead, half-blind but feared for her knowledge of the old ways, spoke in a rasp. It is the Yuledub, the all-black, the ever-hungry. The clans of old fed its sacrifices. We have left it starving for centuries. Horrified, the villagers argued, but the mountain winds carried a low, wet gurgling from the Tarn, a sound like laughter bubbling through a throat full of mud. Before dawn, another child vanished. By the next night, the villagers had broken. They tied a condemned thief to a stake at the water's edge, whispering apologies as they retreated. They watched from the tree line as the surface of the Tarn smoothed, then opened, dragging the man down without a splash. The villagers clung to each other, shaking with relief and shame. But Black Tarn was not appeased. The following week, the ground began to pulse. The trees bent toward the lake, their trunks creaking as though forced by an unseen tide. The sheep were found twisted into shapes no living creature could make. The air smelled of rot and cold stone. Then the village wells ran red. A message. A promise. A hunger. Fionn MacRory, now fevered, trembling, spoke of dreams in which he saw the Tarn rise and walk on limbs shaped from the bones of those it had consumed. He swore it had spoken to him again, its voice thick as tar. One life was offered. But I want what was owed. On the darkest night of winter, the people of Erdhallow tried to flee, torches shaking in their hands. But the mist from the Tarn rolled down the valley faster than they could run. It was thick, cold, alive. Villagers stumbled, screaming, as shapes moved within it, long and jointless and whispering with soft, wet breaths. One by one, the screams choked off. Some were dragged. Some simply folded into the mist and vanished. By dawn, Erdhallow was silent. The huts stood intact. The hearths were still warm. Not a single body remained. Only the Tarn glistened, black as pitch, as if satisfied. They say that on certain nights, when the clouds hang low and the wind dies strangely, you can hear faint cries drifting up from Black Tarn, sometimes the wailing of children, sometimes the gasping sobs of adults who realize, too late, that the mountain remembers every debt. No village stands within miles now. No shepherd passes near. Animals flee the water. But sometimes, on a still morning, travelers claim to see handprints, small, pale, impossible handprints, pressed against the inside of the lake's surface, as though trapped beneath it, as though trying to rise. And the locals whisper the Tarn is patient, but it is never full